Welcome back to the Mowing in the Dark podcast. I am your host, Aaron Sutter. Thank you for tuning in to another episode. Guys, welcome back to the podcast. I'm happy that you're here. I'm excited. It's early in the evening. It's not late at night or early in the morning. I feel energetic. We just had dinner. I had chili for dinner. It's going to be great. I am out here in the camper because the family's inside. They are watching farming videos on YouTube, and so I'm out here in the camper for 30 minutes or so. That's why I'm bundled up, got the jacket on. Might hear a little scraping of the jacket as we go along here, but it is what it is. Guys, I'm excited for today's episode because I want to talk to those guys who make the excuses on why they cannot go on vacation or why they can't go to the Equip Expo, something like that. Usually the excuse is they can't get away from the business. They have too much work to do. That's usually the case. That's what they say. I don't believe that. I don't. It's a scheduling issue. It's not a busyness issue. All right? What I am seeing from a lot of people in the industry, especially on Facebook, when I go on Facebook and look there, what I am seeing is not too busy. I am seeing a lack of organization, a lack of time management, and a lack of scheduling. Because if you really had a desire to go to the Equip Expo, you would carve out the time to go. Years ago, when I went in 2015, the GIE Expo was only 2 days long. So we had a Thursday and a Friday. That was it. And half of the day on Thursday was only, or maybe not. No. Let me go back. It was still half a day Wednesday, then Thursday and Friday. However, Wednesday was reserved for dealers only. So only dealers could go on Wednesday. And then years down the road, they changed it up and they switched it up when social media started to really push the Equip Expo or the GIE Expo out to more people. More people heard about it. And that's when the Expo took notice and started changing the schedule so more of the people that actually want to see the equipment could see the equipment. Because I have to say, my dealer doesn't go to the Expo. They've been a couple of times, but they don't go. Many dealers choose not to go to the Expo. So the dealer is not the high priority anymore. Because what these companies are finding is that with the advent of the internet and all that stuff and social media and reviews, we have more information than the dealer does. As consumers, we have more information. We know more about their products than they do. I cannot tell you, and I'm sure you guys have the same story. I cannot tell you how many times I have gone into a dealer and I explained to them the new things about that product that they had no idea about. Because I'm informed, I keep up, I do my homework on a product that I'm interested in. So it's me because I'm running a business, you know. Most of these people, when you go into a dealership, they're just an employee. They don't care. They don't give a crap about the equipment they sell. They know the name on the product and they know a few specs, and that's about it. So when I go into a dealer, I already know. I go in knowing that I know way more about this product than the people working there know about it. And so half the time, I don't even go to the dealer anymore unless I know that I have the money in hand and I'm ready to purchase that product. Now, of course, you need to do your demos and things like that, especially with big purchases. Handheld equipment, you really can't do demos, so you have to, watch YouTube and Facebook and the video things, because that's where you're going to get your information on the handheld equipment or friends in the industry, things like that. But for large purchases, you can demo mowers in some cases. My dealer doesn't demo mowers, which I think is really stupid, but they don't, because they cater more to the residential market, and they don't want to demo residential products, because the residential product, it's not as good as the commercial product. So it's a consumer product through and through. It's made to run like 500, 600 hours, and then, it's probably going to get sold or traded in or whatever. So they already know that, so they're not going to demo that product to a consumer customer. They know that. So they don't demo the residential stuff to anybody. That's why big box stores are selling a lot of equipment these days and things like that, because the demo thing is not with the consumer products. But for the commercial side, we do need to demo those products. Now, I've made mistakes in the past where I haven't demoed equipment, and I've been bitten, like with the Gravely Pro stance that I bought. It was just terrible. It was a horrible experience. I wouldn't wish it on anyone. I bought a Gravely Pro Stance 52-inch deck. Went to the dealer, bought it on their dealer day, whatever thing it was, their open house. Got a good discount on it, things like that. I got it home. The first time I cut with it, the thing cut absolutely like crap. I mean, it was the worst cutting machine I had ever used in my entire life, bar none, residential or commercial. It was horrible. I almost cursed, sorry. It was really, really bad. Like, I don't want to minimize how bad it was. All right, so then I got under there, started changing blades, and I had seen in a YouTube video years back, before I ever considered buying a Gravely, that some of these mowers have these like adjustable baffles in there. And this mower didn't have any of that. So I went to my dealer and I said, hey, I think my mower's missing something. It doesn't have the adjustable baffles in it. And they're like, what are you talking about, adjustable baffles? That was my first clue that I knew more than my dealer already. And this was a simple little thing. Adjustable baffles on a Gravely mower. I thought they would know this. They're the dealer. They sell them. They should know this. So I brought my machine in. They looked under it because, they think you're an idiot. And it didn't have them, so they looked in their computer system. Well, would y'all look at that? There's a baffle kit. Oh my goodness. So they order the baffle kit. Of course, I had to pay for that. Wouldn't you know? That was stupid. We put that on. I would say the cut quality of the Gravely mower improved about a fraction of a percent. It was still horrible. It was still ripping the grass. It wasn't lifting it, cutting it clean. It was tearing the grass. These were razor sharp, high lift blades, and it was tearing the grass. It was awful. I leveled the deck 3 or 4 times to make sure that it was level as I could get it, and it was still cutting horribly. So eventually I decided, you know what? I am going to get rid of this Gravely mower. I'm just going to get rid of it. I don't want it anymore. I don't need it anymore. I can't use it because it cuts like crap. So I sold it. I still had my Toro Multiforce, and so that was something that I really held on to, because my Gravely machine wasn't cutting worth crap. So sold it to somebody local. Hopefully they loved it. I hope it turned out for them okay. It just was not up to my quality standards at all. It was horrible. The worst experience. And so I go into the dealer already knowing more about their product than they do. Now, I cannot remember for the life of me where I was going with this whole story. But so you got to understand that when you go into a dealer, you know more about that product usually than they do. All right, so that's why the dealers don't go to the expo usually. because they're just not that interested. They get the reps that come to their dealership and talk to them about the new products. So why would they spend their money to go down to Louisville, get a hotel, spend on food and things like that, and look at the equipment when they get it presented to them here at their dealership? I get that, I guess, but you don't know what's new and coming out. You don't know a lot of things if you don't go to the expo. I mean, that's like the World's Fair of the green industry. You gotta go. You gotta go. So you have to make time as a business owner. You've just got to carve out the time to go. It is so important, not only for your business, because you can see new upcoming products that aren't even on the market yet, but are coming to the market, like the Crest tools, the Crest hand tools, battery-powered Crest tools. They're amazing. 8-minute recharge time. There's nothing in the industry like that. You want to know that stuff is coming out because you want to save your guys' bodies from breaking down. Because that's what's happening to me. My body is breaking down. Like right now, my legs are extremely sore. I have been knee deep in leaves all week, and it's killing me. My legs are just shot just from standing in one place on the mower for hours on end, grinding up leaves. So it affects your body. My arms and hands are affected by the vibration of the handheld equipment. I have to make the switch to battery equipment. My body cannot take it. So you wouldn't ever know about this Crest product stuff if you didn't go to the expo. And many of you listening or watching didn't go to the expo, and so you don't know. This is the thing. Like, yes, I make a video and I can tell you about it, but it is not the same as getting your hands on the equipment and running it yourself. That is why it's so important to go. You can run machines. Now you can't turn the blades on, but you can run the machines, get a feel for the controls, because that is something that does count, guys. I will say, I have run some mowers down there that I did not like the controls. The Bobcat mowers, I did not like the controls on the Bobcat mowers or the Kubota mowers that are basically the same. I did not like them. I thought they were herky-jerky. I didn't like them. Same thing with the Toro, what is it? Their new battery-powered E-Force or whatever it is. I don't know what they call it, but their stand-on. I tested that out, and there's going to be a YouTube video coming out about that on Sunday, so stay tuned for that. I felt like the controls were very herky-jerky on that machine, and it wasn't comfortable to drive. It just wasn't. It was jerking me around. It's not there yet. It's not smooth. You'll find that with a lot of battery-powered equipment. It's not smooth. It's too much instant power. And so they have to find a way to dial that in. And I get it. It's hard. You're not gonna be able to get that dialed in just right the first time when you're trying new things with electric. Because you have hydraulics, which are very smooth, buttery smooth. Some of them, not all of them, but some of them. And so electric is very different. So you wouldn't know that unless you went to the expo. And then not only that, you get to connect with other people in this community, like-minded people. I cannot tell you how many friends I have across the country that I have known for years now because I went to the expo. I've got Richie Plemons. I've got Tony with Tony's Lawn Care. I've got Cameron Duncan over in Missouri with the Lawn Care Life in Missouri. I've got Brian Fullerton, who I wouldn't have known other than meeting him at the expo. We only live 45 minutes away. But we met in the cave at the rally down in Louisville. Paul Jameson. You've got so many guys. Naylor Taliaferro. Been to my house. and he's from Virginia, or what? Yeah, Virginia. I don't want to say West Virginia. Virginia and West Virginia, they got this little thing going on. I don't know. I got family in Virginia, and they're kind of, you know. Okay, that's it. I'm done with that. Okay, so I've got friends in the industry, and I would never have made these friendships if I didn't make the time to head down to Louisville every year for the expo. Yes, I'm going to shell out a little money. I'm going to have a wonderful time connecting and reconnecting with people. It's just a great time because it's combining friendship with your business and things that you love. And I'm telling you, if you don't make time to do it, you are missing out. And work can wait. The leaves will always be there. There is no shortage of leaves. All right? The lawns can wait. There's no shortage of lawns. It's October. They're not growing like it's going out of style. It's slowing down. We all can take a break for 3 days and head down to Louisville, spend some money. Yes, you will. It's a write-off for your business because you're growing as a business owner. You're looking at new products. You're doing all this stuff. That is a write-off for your business. I'm not saying do it just for the write-off, but I'm saying you need to be doing this because it's going to help your business. In the long run, it will. These relationships that you form will help your business. It's a proven fact. I cannot tell you how many people I have asked questions about or asked questions to and gotten a good solid answer. It is so important. And you can make your schedule for your work however you want. So when you're scheduling things, you can just mark off those 3 days for the expo. They already put out the dates for the next 2 expos. They're always on the same week every year. It's always the same 3 days. There's no mystery. You already know it's coming. So right now, go to your calendar, your work calendar, whether you have Yardbook or Jobber or LMN, whatever, cross out those 3 days. No work being done those 3 days at least. Now, I take off the whole week. Last year, I took off the whole week for the first time. I did it again this year, and I am going to do it from now on. The reason being, number one, I need a break. I got to have a second break. Yeah, it's coming up to the end of the season, but I'm telling you what, the expo week is very busy, and it can be very stressful with trying to get everything worked out with packing, getting your things ready for your hotel room, all that stuff. It can be stressful, and then you are go, 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 go when you're at the expo. So it's exhausting. You need some time to be able to recover from that and to prepare for that. So I take off the whole week now. Yes, I lose a week of revenue. It's not that big of a deal. You're going to make it up in leaf removal, okay? You're going to make it up. If you have it available, you're going to make it up in snow removal, things like that. You can find a few extra jobs to make up that money. It's not that difficult. And if you lose a little bit of money, so what? You're gaining in the long run. You're gaining these relationships that will pay dividends for years and years and years to come. It is so important, guys. I'm telling you, there is nothing better than connecting with like-minded people in your industry and getting to learn from them. Now, I'm not just talking about the social media influencers and the big names like the Spencers or Brian's Lawn Maintenance, those guys. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking man-to-man, face-to-face, meeting in a hotel lobby for breakfast in the morning and talking business. Striking up a friendship, exchanging phone numbers. Someone might be farther along in business than you are. You might be farther along in business than someone else. You might meet a 14-year-old kid there that's just kicking off his business, and he wants to build this thing to a huge conglomeration. We've seen it done. I've seen it done. There's a kid in our area. He just bought a tree farm. All right. He started by himself with a little zero-turn mower. He has built his business to a multi-million-dollar business. He just graduated high school last year. It can be done. And he went to the expo and he connected with people and he got information to help him grow his business. He is on fire in our area. Huge. He's huge. He's running multiple crews and a tree farm and several divisions. Nathan Fox, if you're listening, I'm proud of you, brother. And so he is just killing it. I think he graduated maybe a couple of years ago. I don't want to make him sound too young, but I mean, he is young. He's very young and very smart and he's a go-getter. And so you guys can expect that from yourself. The energy that you get from being around like-minded human beings who are in the same business as you, giving you a ton of ideas for what you can do with your business and where you can take it, it is so energizing that when you get back home, you are chomping at the bit to get back to work. It is amazing how much pep you get in your step after going down there for 3 days and really connecting with people in your industry. So guys, you cannot miss this event anymore. You cannot continue to make excuses for why you cannot go to the Equip Expo. It's beginning to get lame. I see it all the time on Facebook. It's ridiculous. Quit making excuses. It's a wonder you get anything done in your business. You keep making excuses for why you can't do something that is going to benefit you and your business for years to come, even if you just went once. But I guarantee you, if you go once, you're going to want to go again. Because not only are you seeing all this equipment and stuff, it's also kind of a big party. So, I mean, you can party if you want to. I don't go to party per se. You know, I don't do the party thing anymore. I go down there to connect with people one-on-one. This year, I was able to really connect really well with Tony's Lawn Maintenance or Lawn Care on YouTube. That's not his real business name, but that's his name, Tony. And he's a great guy. He has lots of great ideas. He's a solo guy. He wants to stay solo, and he's running a profitable business. And that's kind of where I'm at right now. And I'm still trying to figure out, how do I stay solo, make the money that I want to make? And he is a wealth of information on how to do that. He's been doing lawn care since he could walk. And so his dad does lawn care. So their whole family has a wealth of information that I need, that I want. I was able to connect with them. We had dinner. Tony and I had breakfast every morning. It was just a lot of fun, and it was informative. And that really gave me a lot of energy going home and implementing some of those things in my business. So I'm kind of beating a dead horse here, but you got to understand. I think a lot of people need this beaten into their head that you cannot miss this event anymore. You've been making excuses too long. You have to go. There's no excuse that is going to be good enough for why you cannot go. Other than, your vehicle broke down, you were pulling out of the driveway, somebody smashed you in the side. Okay, then I get it. All right, I get it. Your wife's having a baby. I get it. All right, those things, yes. By all means, stay home if your wife is having a baby, okay? Your business is not more important than your family. All right, don't get me wrong here. But these little excuses, I have too much work, I can't do it, I've got to lay 10 yards of mulch. The mulch will wait. The lawns will wait. The people, your customers, your clients will wait. You just have to communicate to them what you're doing. Some of you have a communication problem with your clients, and that's why you feel like you can't get away. Because you don't communicate with your clients. Hey, we're having a rain day. I can't show up. We're going to do you tomorrow. Communication. Good. If you do that all year long, when you communicate, your clients have no problem if you want to take a week off. That's what I did. I emailed my clients. I said, hey, I'm going to this thing. It's called the Equip Expo. It's the largest green industry exposition in the world. I'm going to it. I go to it every year. I'm taking the week off. At least half my clients emailed me back and said, great for you. Go for it. Sounds awesome. There was not a single person that was mad that I took the week off. You can do it. You will not lose a single client over taking a week off and going to the Equip Expo. I am serious. I harp on this a lot on this podcast and on my YouTube channel because it is so true. And us lawn care guys, we will work ourselves to death if we can. We neglect our families. We neglect our bodies. We beat up our bodies. We are going to end up in early graves unless we start taking seriously the fact that we need some time off. And yes, you can say, oh, I get my time off in the winter. Well, sure, maybe. Or maybe you should be taking off some time in those busy seasons of life when you need to say, I need to slow down. I'm putting the cart before the horse. My body is going to start breaking down before it's supposed to. And I am going to not be able to do this business anymore if I don't make my health, my body, a priority. That is what I consistently talk about on this podcast, and it has helped a lot of people, and I'm so surprised. I really am. Like, I find it really refreshing when someone comes up to me and says, hey man, that episode you did on taking a vacation, just doing it, really helped me out, and it was great for my family. I love that. It brings me to tears because it is so important. I am so passionate about it. I'm not passionate about taking a vacation just to take a vacation. You're working, if you're in the lawn and landscape industry, chances are you are working your guts out. Okay? We are, most of us are technicians, all right, that possibly own a business. Most of us are owner operators. All right, we might have a crew, but we're still in the field, most of us. We're working our guts out. We need to take time off. And I cannot think of a better reason to take a week off than to go to the Equip Expo. All right, I can't. I wish I could get, I've mentioned him several times here, I wish I could get Tony from Tony's Lawn Care to take the whole week off for the Equip Expo. But he doesn't. He pushes all his work forward, and then he pushes work forward, works his guts out Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday to get as much work done as he can in his business, and then he takes off. Then he drives the 12 hours to Louisville from Georgia, and he runs his guts out there. I mean, he's a healthy guy. He's skinny. He's healthy. He's young. He can do this. He's got a young family. Then he works his guts out at the expo, and then they drive the 12 hours home, and the next day he is working his guts out again to finish up his list for the week on Saturday and Sunday. I wish I could convince him, and Tony, I know you're listening, I wish I could convince you to take the whole week off. Maybe next year. We'll see. I'm not trying to be down on you. Not trying to make you feel bad or feel ashamed or anything. I just, for you, for your family, I wish you would take the whole week off. I think it would be beneficial for you. Okay, that's it. I shouldn't be talking to one person, but I love Tony. He is a great guy. I consider him a brother. He is really, really, really cool. And I think he is the bomb. All right. I'm dating myself. We don't use the word bomb anymore, but I just did. So enough about that. Guys, that's what I wanted to say today. I really, 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 really want to encourage you next year to at least take the 3 days off. I just held up 4 fingers on the camera. 3 days off for the Equip Expo. Go and at least experience it once. Won't you please? I am begging you, because it could transform your business. It could transform your life. You might go down there and see something that you never even knew existed, and it could transform your entire business into a new genre in the lawn and landscape industry, and you could totally make millions of dollars in profits by doing a different service that you never knew existed. It is so important, guys. I cannot stress it enough. So, I'm going to stop right there. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you can feel my passion for this. I am super passionate about getting guys to take time off. You need it. It is so important for your health. I know, because I deal with a lot of stress and anxiety. I need some time off to really recover from that. So I just want to get that through to everyone's head. All right, guys, thanks so much for listening. I really appreciate it. If you would, head over to the Lansing Lawn Service YouTube channel, subscribe to the channel there, smash that like button. That channel funds the podcast, and so I would really appreciate it. Just with one view on a video over there would be phenomenal, because I use all the money that I gain from the YouTube channel to fund the media side of my business, which is YouTube and this podcast. So I really thank you for all of you who go over there, check out the YouTube channel. And as always, guys, I will see you in the next episode.